In this video, we're going to show you how to install a thermostat housing on your Jeep Grand Cherokee located in the front lower portion of the engine. With the vehicle raised and supported on your jack stands, you got to go underneath the driver's side of the vehicle. On the driver's side lower portion of the radiator, you're going to find the drain over here. You want to grab that and turn it counterclockwise. Now have your catch can underneath your drain bucket, because we're going to be draining the engine's antifreeze. Now that the system is pretty much done draining, I'm going to go ahead and close up that drain plug here, turn it clockwise, thread it in all the way, and snug that down. And on the bottom side here, the passenger side of the engine, we have our thermostat housing. I want to go ahead and grab our clamp here. We're going to use some pliers, compress that. I want to try and work that back and off. Now as we're loosening our clamp here, you want to have the catch can underneath to catch residual coolant that will be down in this lower portion of the engine area. Now we're using an 8mm socket on this here with our 1/4 inch ratchet. Now there's only 2 bolts holding this housing in place. All right, get the upper bolt out. And get a lower bolt out. Position your catch can underneath. And we're gently gonna move this here and let that coolant come out. Now that we have that separated, go ahead and flex that hose on down. And remove our water neck. Pop that water neck out. So we removed our thermostat housing. Our clamp had rusted and broken on us. So we're gonna replace it with a regular style hose clamp here. Go ahead and work your housing back onto the hose. Then we'll go ahead and tighten this down. Go ahead and line that up. And while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten down this clamp here. Once this is tight, we'll go ahead and put in the bolts for the housing. Get that lower bolt started. We'll try and get the upper bolt started as well. Now that we have the upper bolt started, we'll go ahead and start to snug these down. Now these have brass inserts on there. So you do want to make sure that it's snug. You just don't want to over tighten it. So once that bottoms out, you could give it almost a good half a turn, 1/4 to half a turn once that bottoms out. There we go. Let's go ahead and top off our radiator. So we'll go ahead and remove our cap, set that aside, and go ahead and set up your funnel. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill up our radiator with the manufacturer specified coolant. Now at this point here, our radiator is filled up to the top of the neck here. We're going to remove our filler here, or you can remove your funnel. Install your radiator cap. Make sure that's fully seated. Now the next thing we want to do is come on over to our expansion tank. Go ahead and lift up on this here. And we're going to use our funnel and fill this up. Now on this side of the expansion tank, there is a mark that says full. So we're going to go ahead and fill up our expansion tank to that full line. Now once you have that expansion tank filled up to the full mark, you can go ahead and remove that funnel and close it up. You now want to go ahead and start up the vehicle, let it warm up. Let it run for 10 to 15 minutes, let that thermostat open, and let that engine take in the coolant as necessary, and then add coolant here to the expansion tank as needed. You can also go for a test drive and do the same thing. You never want to open up the radiator cap while that vehicle is running or hot. You always want to fill through the expansion tank.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.